Welcome to the party, pal. This is episode 5. I'm going to bring in the main host of episode 5, Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, BC. How are you, BC?
I'm doing good, thanks. Looking forward to a fun night of talking bad movies.
Well, I don't know if it'll be a fun night. I think it's most people cursing you out, but we'll get to it. We have a special guest joining us, a fellow patron, and I'll introduce you to him and the rest of our panel in just a little bitty.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right, here we go. Let me start, first of all, with our new guest. This is a patron and an all-around good guy, Marcus. What's up?
Hello. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's I'm always enjoyed the show, so this is exciting.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here, man. And when you reached out to me and I was like, hey, if you need a guest, let me know. I'm like, you know what? That was the thing I had offered to patrons, but no one really took me up on it. So I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're here, man.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, we have two guys here, so let's change things up and bring in the one and only lady who will talk to us on YouTube, Mel.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing, Mel?
I'm doing good. Thank you for allowing me to be on this voyage with you.
I appreciate you being here very much. Or else it'll be like a weird sausage fest, and no one really likes those. So, you change it up for us.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, he arrived late, so I'm gonna leave him for last, and he knows who he is. Although I just sort of arrived late myself, but it's on my channel, so too bad. What is up, Notorious OGP?
What's up? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
We'll be a lot better after we can dump the weight of these crappy movies off of us tonight and move on with our lives. This is like a little session where we all kind of commiserate together and hopefully feel a little better afterwards.
Absolutely. It's our therapy group for sure. All right, the one, the only, the guy who likes Kristen Stewart's teeth, Bullet Blake.
What's this
up,
story?
We don't need to relive this story every time.
I've seen worse teeth.
I think we have to. No, he loves her teeth because and you know what? I was actually rewatching Twilight. I'm going to be doing with Tony, and yeah, she's got really like little rabbit teeth. Which is quite interesting. So he likes her rabbit teeth. He hates children. It's gonna be. I was
gonna say I'm still back at he hates children. I mean that's where I've been.
Oh.
I missed the Kristen Stewart story.
There's a whole thing. One day he'll explain it, re-explain it. He loves to talk about her creepy little teeth. And she goes, "Oh man, I'm a vampire, or I'm not a vampire. Whatever the fuck's going on in that movie. I don't know." Anyway. All right, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who was in the chat for some reason, Mr. Tony of the Dead.
I forgot you sent the link earlier.
I did. I'm glad you're here. It's kind of like we're closer to the Brady Bunch than ever now.
Over here.
Okay, Voyage. Oh, there you go. Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, episode 5. We're 5 episodes in, and I mean, I think it's safe to say, I don't want to toot any horns before I think we all agree, but I think me and BC really set the template for what bottom of the barrel means.
Oh yeah,
It's gross.
So we'll discuss it. Marcus, you were able to watch the movies, right?
Yes, I was.
Well, I'm sorry.
The order I chose to watch them in, I'm grateful for, but we'll get it.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds good. Let's see. Everybody in the chat, Lars is here. Sup, peeps? Nobody eating peeps, but we do like peeps. Have Cheetah Will Travels here for the Mega Shark chat. Well, that was last time, but we may see sharks again. Ooh, hint, hint. I found something so bad. I'm not gonna hint it, but I turn to my wife and I go, "This is the Holy Grail." There's no it's a movie that will top Korean from Seoul, but it's. I'll wait.
If you're talking about that 7-hour thing, I'm just gonna straight up say no, or I quit.
Yeah, that's when I quit too.
Yeah, 7 hours. That's
It's not.
Hey, I fell asleep twice in 11 minutes in one of the movies for this episode. Imagine what 7 hours is going to do to me.
You can have a great rest.
We won't see OGP for years.
Yeah, right.
We have to talk about rules when it comes to our next round before we get.
But going through one round of these videos now, I think we have a better idea of what the rules should be. So I think it works out. Now moving into round 2, we can all kind of discuss, and I'm sure we'll agree on most things.
I feel like going through a couple rounds, we should have made rules in the beginning to start with.
Better late
No
than
rules. No rules.
Oh, no rules.
No rules.
First
rule.
That's
First
good.
rule.
I
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That then I can admit that I have enlisted some film students to help me dive deep into the crappiest movies of all time to help me find some good stuff for next round. So not for this round. I have I've already given you a sneak kind of taste of what we're going to be watching next time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Well, we'll talk about it because next time we'll be on your shoulders. So we will get to it. Sorry, 1 second. I'm in the middle of a ton of things here. In the chat, my buddy, my bro Zach, I just saw him. This is my DP. We spent 3 hours coloring our movie today, and that's what I was rushing home from. The movie's looking really snaz, but we hit another hiccup, which I won't talk about now. But it's yeah, making movies.
Yeah, when I messaged you about the John Carpenter thing earlier, and you were trying to get back to me, yeah, I was on the phone with my editor for like an hour and a half. So I feel you.
Fun times. Lars, just so you know, Blood Freak is a masterpiece of a movie. Love it so much, and I think it's too good for Voyages Bottom of the Barrel, to be honest. It's so good. Popping the Popcorn couldn't be here today. She had to work, but she says she actually liked both movies. She said both movies were good. So great.
She must have accidentally watched the wrong movies.
Yeah, there was a few Begottens. And I hope to God I watched the right one, and that I didn't torture myself for no reason.
You watched the
1989,
the bikini
right?
one. The bikini one.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, that's the one we all watched, man. The bikini one. It was the
Wait,
best.
there was another better one we could have watched.
So am I the only one that didn't? Am I the only one that saw the blob of black or white, whatever it was, giving the other blob a hand job? Am I the only one that saw that?
You watched the wrong movie.
That's exactly what was going on.
It's completely wrong. That's not it at all. It was bikinis, wall-to-wall bikinis.
Damn it.
Yep.
Oh man.
No, you're right. That was the bad one. Rogue Witch in the house.
Hello.
Wayne up. What does the receptionist at a sperm bag say? His clients leave. Thanks for coming. Very good.
Oh, Way Up. I love Way Up Dude always jumps on my videos and comes with jokes and stuff. Way Up Dude's the best.
Mike says hello, motherfuckers.
Hello.
You're late. It is I don't know if it's 1998, but whatever it is bad. Okay, BC, this is your show. This is your event. You're the reason we're here. Why don't you tell us why you picked these movies?
Explain yourself.
Well, Begotten was a movie that I've seen before, like when I was younger, maybe like 10 years ago or more or less. And
not 10 years ago, bro.
More, right?
20 years ago.
20 years ago? Wow.
Yeah.
And I thought it was actually pretty cool the first time I saw it. And I knew it wasn't an easy movie to handle, so I kind of made Master Chaos watch it. I told him it was definitely an endurance movie, that he has to watch it, if he considers himself a film fan, he has to watch this movie.
What type of drugs were you on when you watched this the first time?
Yeah, you should
None.
have gave all
None.
of us some
Wow,
before you
'cause-
made us
yeah.
watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Begotten is out of this world, bonkers, like boring, crazy. It makes you fall asleep. I fell asleep the first time I saw it by myself in my parents' house. When it comes to bad magic, I just saw it was the Polonia Brothers, and I just picked that one. I had no idea what it was about. I liked like two of the Polonia Brothers movies, Splatter Farm and Feeders. So I thought this one was gonna be kind of like, bad, but bad that you find stuff to laugh at. So I'm hope at least
So bad it's
some
good.
of you found stuff that you laughed at it. But Begotten, I just wanted to bring it to a wider audience, just see people's reactions to it. When it's my turn to discuss the movie, I'll let you know whether I liked it or not this time around. But originally, I did think it was okay.
We were duped because I specifically remember BC talking about how you liked that movie back in the day, and the conversation was like, "Wait a minute, we shouldn't be doing movies we like, right?"
Right.
Right.
Wasn't this the one where everyone like jumped on his nuts about how it's a good movie and it's not
Yeah,
worthy of
yeah.
being in the
Yeah,
category?
that was it.
Like there was like 10 or 12 people commenting about how good this movie was. What the fuck?
Yeah. Those are the only ones.
Cinematic
boy.
masterpiece.
It is a cinematic masterpiece of, and just to be clear, what he does is he goes, "Hey, it's my birthday. I'm gonna show some movies." So we're all there, like, "Okay, cool, let's watch the movies." And he puts on Begotten. And like, what are you doing? Like, turn this shit off. What is this? I go, "No, this is good. This is good." I go, "There's nothing good about this." But yeah, so I've got nightmares about being forced to watch this. What was supposed to be a fun time. Yeah, and we'll argue about the movie's merits, but yeah, that's how at least Begotten came to be. Lord. All right, so do you want to do prize wheel for what goes first?
Yeah.
BC?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let me bring it up. I found this really ugly looking one online, so I'll use this one.
Look at that.
Lemons and
Spin
limes.
it.
It's perfect for this.
It's a picker wheel. Okay, so whatever we land on is the one we start with. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Just get it out of the way.
I don't think there's a winner or loser this week because both of these movies were pretty tough.
Yeah.
All BC had to say was Polonia Brothers in the last episode, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe.
Patrick likes Splatter Farm there, BC. I know you're a big fan of that one.
Oh, he's talking about Return to Splatter Farm. That one I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not that good. The
Yeah,
first
I saw
one
a
has
little
that
bit of it.
fisting in the butt scene, and the guy has poop on his hands.
Yeah, that's the original Splatter Farm.
"Oh boy."
Mel, you
Oh,
should get
boy.
that. It's coming out in a cool slip box and everything.
I already pre-ordered it.
It's not as shitty as it sounds. Oh.
Yeah.
Then you
Is
back.
that- All right, let's do it. Begotten. I can't show the trailer because YouTube sucks. But I can show a trailer for Bad Magic. So when we come to that, I'll show a trailer for that. BC, we're all gonna sit back and you explain sort of the plot to us before we give our thoughts.
Because I have no idea what the fuck this was about.
I'd like to say that I remember liking this movie quite a bit, and I got the DVD of it, not a bootleg, the real one. And pretty much, I'm just gonna read a short part of an interview with the director, and they ask him a question, and it says,
What the fuck is this about?
What's wrong with you?
"The
So,
fact
are
that
you dumb?"
Ready?
Go.
The fact that Begotten conjures the ideas outlined by your class discussion is the story. Begotten is a chrysalis made of archetypal materials, gestures, and forces that defy the moral and rational structure of meaning. The film is a launching pad for the mind, a watering hole where the imagination drinks to intoxication. The drama of Begotten is in the anthropomorphic rendering of forces that nobody can touch or see, but are there right at the edge of every moment. In the film, they're right at the edge of your perceptions. The 20th century mind has become estranged from the very foundation of creation. Begotten is not new. It finds its home in histories and ages when the imagination was not fantasy, but in fact the substance of God. The historical narrative you've mentioned is the voice of the collective imagination. This is precisely how Begotten works. It activates a bridge that runs between universals and individuals. In other words, your narrative is part of the same process that produced Begotten. That's just a short little thing, because obviously this film, to the director, is a very profound, artsy, philosophical piece that he envisioned, that he knew was not going to be easy for people to understand, but he knew that some people would get it. Now, watching this film without anything knowing what's going to be happening on the screen, there's no way to figure it out since there's no dialogue. Only at the end, when you see the credits, you get an idea of what's going on. Like, supposedly the beginning was God killing himself, and then Mother Nature springs up, and then she has the son of Mother Nature or something like that, which is this guy that's twitching in the ground. And then druids appear on the landscape, and I think they rape Mother Nature and they kill the sun or something like that, because it's very hard, because the black and white process that he did, it took, I believe, like 8 hours for 1 or 2 minutes of editing for the film to look exactly how he wanted it to look. So
Wow.
that's a little bit of what the movie is about, and that's pretty much it. How are we gonna go around?
It's up to you, man. You decide. Since
Okay.
you're sort of in the middle, you can pick either direction to start.
Okay. Let's start to my left, Master Chaos, and
I'm on your
Well-
left. I see you. Okay. Okay. All right. So you start with me. All right.
yeah.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Let me get my notes. Okay. Here it is. Sucks. Moving on. Who's next? No.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Explain
here we go.
yourself.
I wrote a whole thing. Here we go. David Lynch, eat your heart out, because Begotten is the definition of an experimental film. Almost excessively pretentious, Begotten is an apocalyptic and gory biblical story, but told through negative reversal film. And artistically, it's interesting, but cinematically, I'm just too old for this shit. I'm not even sure what this movie is about, and I've seen it at least twice. All I know is it involves vagina close-ups and pubes being furiously rubbed. I think they're pubes. I made a
Is that what
mistake.
that was?
I don't know. I mean, it could have been ice cream cake for all I know. There's also some guy vomiting up his guts and people in hoods walking through the mountains. It's all a mess, but it's obfuscated on purpose because the director isn't really making a movie for you in the first place. There's nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't mean he gets a pass either. Begotten is almost unwatchable, and I think you really have to strain your brain and your eyes to want to watch it, and to want to unpack it is a whole other level. Now, there's a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of people going and dissecting what it's about, and yes, here's what I can gather. In the beginning, God kills himself. Mother Nature somehow comes out of God and jerks him off. His semen comes on her stomach, and she rubs it in. She gets pregnant. The baby that is born is that twitching dude, and it's like the son of God and Mother Nature. And for some reason, the druids really want to kill this guy. I mean, that feels like a Pixar movie to me. I don't know why the guy decided to shoot it this way, but it is what it is. And there's a reason maybe this guy's career didn't blow up, because he was a little too pretentious for his own good. Even though he goes on to make Shadow of the Vampire, which is, if you guys haven't seen it, it's a fantastic movie. It's sort of about the making of Nosferatu with Willem Dafoe playing Max Schreck. Awesome. And I'll check IMDb actually when somebody else is talking and double check if the guy did anything else. But I think Begotten is such a unique anomaly, and I think it's weird because yes, it's hard to watch and it's weird and it's strange, but it also is an artist trying to say something, for better or worse. So I can't completely shit on it either. It's one of those weird movies where I can see the artistry, but I also don't really give a shit about it at the same time. So I'm in a weird gray area with this movie. That's it for me. I guess Blake, your turn.
Yeah.
I can shit on it. This movie was really fucking bad. I mean, I started to watch it and I got about 12 minutes into it of the fucking woman just like stabbing the shit out of, I think it was a woman, I don't know, stabbing the shit out of himself or herself or whatever the fuck it was. You can't see what it is. I know that it's like gutting itself literally there on the screen when they did some close-ups and like shit started falling out, and it was like I just couldn't watch anymore after that for a bit, so I turned it off and I watched the other one, which we'll talk about later. But this movie, I mean, I hated Korean from Seoul, but this movie, I would rather watch Korean from Seoul 5 more times in a row than watch this movie ever the fuck again. It was so
Agreed.
I watch movies and I pay attention. I like to put my phone away so I'm not distracted, and I like to watch the whole movie. This movie, about 25, 30 minutes into it, I grabbed my phone and I started playing poker on my phone while I was watching the movie because I just could not give any effort to give a shit what this movie was about, because the lack of dialogue really fucking hindered any interest I had in learning what the story was trying to propel and put out there. I could not stand it. And like it was so bad. It was just such garbage. And I get the whole artistic, like, we're gonna make it artsy and do this reverse black and white bullshit that no one really asked for or wanted. I did not care for it. I would never watch it again. I think every copy should be burned, and that is all.
Wow. So you think people should burn copies of it and give it out to their friends and family? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, God, no. Don't make people
yeah.
PC, you shouldn't have made anyone watch this. God, I hated it. I hated it so much. I hated it. Okay.
Wow. But it's coming out with a slipcover pretty soon, though. You gotta get
I don't care. It could be the best cover ever. It could be a Vinegar Syndrome release with a VSU packaging, and I would skip that release. It's that
I'd buy
bad.
it.
No.
Wow.
Waste
Wow.
of money. It was a waste of those minutes of my life that I spent watching it, even half-assed watching it. It was awful. Awful.
Well,
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
let's take a break.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if you're on this show, odds are you're gonna waste your fucking time. Just know that going in.
Excuse me, I did not know that going in because I thought we were going to be watching a lot of Leprechaun in the Hoods type of shit. I didn't know we were going to be watching homemade filmed fucking bullshit. What the hell? I feel like we were duped a little bit.
We can just allow BC to be the eternal champion, and everyone can stop trying to beat it, because I don't want to watch anything worse than that.
Oh,
That is a prayer to you, OGB.
be nice.
They're already picked out, signed, sealed, and delivered right here. So.
Oh no.
It's funny, for round 2, I have 3 choices. One is gonna hurt, and one is and one is me being super nice. But Blake, man, that's a challenge, man. I'm looking for that perfect 0 where everyone goes, "This is it. This is the last episode. We'll never talk to you again," kind of movie, and I will keep searching for that.
I'm on board with Mel's view of what movies we should pick. Let's go with that type of bad.
Dude, Amityville in space. I'll watch that all day.
Okay. You know that was made by the same people who made Bad Magic. Just an FYI on that one.
At least it's horror.
Hey, Bad Magic was horror. I was super scared, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So, BC, do you want to go OGP or Tony?
OGP, then Tony, then Mel, then Marcus.
Okay.
All right. So I think the director of this movie is a dickhead, and I never want to watch anything else that he's ever made because of how bad this was. If you want to, like, just the idea that we watched this, like, it got that many clicks. And I don't know if you found anywhere else. I had to watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, like, just those clicks, I felt like just that little bit of validation we gave this movie was like an insult to humanity. We should never click on this movie again. And so I could not understand what was going on. I just couldn't get into it. And if you want to be like artsy fartsy and have your footage, you know, negative and blurry and craziness, then give us some dialogue. If you don't want to give us dialogue, then let's tighten up that shot, those pictures a little bit so we can kind of make out what's going on. Because to me, this is like, you know, this is like a 2-year-old drawing on the sidewalk in chalk for, you know, an hour and a half and us expecting to get a story out of it.
And
you know, it was beyond horrible. I can't, this is, we're not doing ratings yet, but anyways, no, like I would watch The Korean from Seoul many times over before giving this 5 more minutes of my life. So yeah. So that's where I'm at with that, until we do the ratings. So Tony.
All right. Well, I'm surprised Blake and OGP thought this was worse than Soul. For me,
1,000,000% worse.
1,000 times worse.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they are not the only ones, because I would also rather watch Korean from Seoul than Begotten.
Okay, Tony, you're up.
Oh, I still love you, BC, but this movie, I know you have some questionable likes in movies that you watch, but this takes the cake. Like, I think what the problem was, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, it was too hard to see anything, and then like somebody's getting shit all over their leg, and like for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, and there's no dialogue. It sucks, but like, at least let me see. I could figure out what's going on, because sometimes they don't even have, like, in movies, if somebody's talking in a language, they don't even have it down the bottom, because it's like you kind of see what's going on. You kind of get what's going on. I had no idea what the hell's going on. I really did not know what this was about. I've read other people's things online, like what they think it's about. And I'm like, bullshit. That ain't it. I don't know. I hated it. I trusted you, BC. I trusted you. I thought this was going to be good, and it was not. And I could just say, unless OGP, oh my God, I can't believe he's going to find something worse. But in my opinion,
it's going to be tough.
In my opinion, BC is getting the trophy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. MC, you're as excited as you were and proud of yourself. Your title is in very dire straits right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, congratulations to BC for finding something worse than The Korean from Seoul.
I didn't expect
Congratulations,
it
I guess. But yeah, I hated it. There really isn't much to say. Everybody said exactly how I feel. We all feel the same, I think. Probably Mel likes it, but you know.
Mel loves it.
Baby.
But that's it.
All right. Mel, go ahead.
Oh, is it my turn? Yay! I don't know. How I feel about this movie is going to be almost harder to explain than figuring out what the movie was about. I feel like I was kind of on the right wavelength when I was watching it, what I thought it was about. It kind of struck me as a Mary had Jesus, and then this is Jesus' path to the cross where he ultimately reached his demise. That's what I thought it was loosely supposed to be about or something. I was wrong, clearly.
Close.
But I will never forget the sound effects of this movie. They haunt me to this day. Even those clips we were posting were terrifying just to hear the sounds over again. I am going to say, and I'm going to disagree with all of you, I felt like the cinematography was effective. I feel like it did what the director wanted it to do. I clearly missed the point of the movie, but that's okay. I feel like very few are going to get the point of this movie. Do I want to watch it again? No, but am I glad I saw it? Yes.
What?
Do I feel like I'm marked for life because of it? Yes. We are now a group of people who have been marked by this movie.
Scarred.
Scarred. It's funny you say that, Mark. Did you read in the trailer that one of the critiques said that no one will get through this film without being marked?
I didn't read that, but
Wow.
I felt that. I felt that.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like it was incredibly effective, whatever it was trying to do.
BC rolled into all of our houses, and I just started watching this show, so I just get it now. But BC rolled into all of our houses with the Yellowstone branding iron, except it's for a really shitty movie and branded us for life. We all are now marked for life with this shitty movie, this badge of honor that we got through it.
We are the Begottens now. This is the name of our group. We are the Begottens.
No,
We must all get that tattoo.
You've begotten to be kidding me here. This is some bullshit.
We should make T-shirts that say "The Begotten from Seoul." I would love that.
Oh my god!
Hey, if they would take Korean from Seoul and like make it negative and then take out all the dialogue, you were talking masterpiece right there.
Absolutely. Patrick, I think it's big enough, but we'll see. We're only halfway through.
Right.
Mel, is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It had me in the beginning though, when that guy was like slicing himself up, and that the sound effects were like. I was like.
I don't mind black and white.
Digging it at that point.
It was just hard to see. I don't get the.
Yeah, some of the parts where it was like black blobs and white blobs coming together. Yeah. I mean,
but if it wasn't, negative, or whatever you call that when it's reversed, if it wasn't negative, you could see it and understand a lot better. Like, I mean, throughout the whole thing, I got nothing out of the plot. I had no clue what I watched at the end. The only thing I took away was a hand job. That was it.
Well, I kept having to remind myself that these people were acting. I don't know about you guys, but the whole time I was watching this thing, I was thinking documentary, and I was like, no shit, these people are acting. They did a really effective job acting as well. I mean, whether or not you liked the movie or you liked the message it had to say, like, I'm gonna keep saying it. It was incredibly effective. Okay, I'm done.
Well said,
Marcus. Here you go.
Look, I realize I'm new around here, but can I make a motion to just ban experimental films?
No rules.
It's rough. It's rough. Going in when it started, I was excited a little bit because I'm like, oh, I'm getting David Lynch silent film vibes, and I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. And I think maybe 3 minutes in, I realized, fuck, this is all it is, and that's all it was for the rest of the hour and a half. Not even hour and a half, but I mean, I can't I did not understand a good majority of what I was saying. Visually, it looked so bad. I could not process anything that was zoomed in on something. I don't know what that was. No idea. So MC, when you gave the synopsis at the beginning, I'll take your word for it. I did not understand any of what I was saying, and it was tough to get through. Like, I understand some people like, experimental, artsy type films. You want to convey a story, or you want to do something without necessarily. Obviously, I don't mind not having dialogue. That's fine. But if you're going to do something like that, you still have to be entertaining, and there has to be something to get out of it. And this was just excruciating to just wait for the movie to be over. And I'm so glad I watched this one first, because the second movie was a much better experience, if not a great movie. But we'll get to that. This was painful. So thanks, BC.
No problem.
All right. Now that you've revisited the film, BC, after torturing your friends with it. By the way, when I talk about BC having a weird taste in movies, this is the movie that set the template for what the hell is wrong with you? Why do you like these things? So when I talk about having a weird taste in movies, this is the reference point. We watched this and we turned to him like, dude, we will leave your house. Your party's over if you don't turn this off. And like, no, it's good. Look, there's like nudity. I'm like, that's not. Yeah. How do you see nudity? There's nothing going on here. And like, if you don't turn this off, we're gonna tell your mom that you're making us watch sacrilegious black and white movies. All right, now that you've revisited this movie that you spent $50 on it on eBay, how do you feel about it?
Well, I spent $35 on eBay to get a copy of it, because I had a bootleg copy of it.
You know how many starving kids in Africa that $35 could have fed?
Well,
1,000 kids.
Well, okay. This is what I understood watching this movie again, because it's been almost 20 years since I've seen it. So you see the God figure slicing open his stomach. It looks like he's taking rags out of his stomach. Then Mother Earth emerges and she grabs her boobs and like stands around, and she's wearing a mask. And yes, I did see that she gives the dead god a hand job. He squirts, and then she smears the semen all over her belly and her vagina. And this is like the first 14 minutes of the movie.
The greatest line. That's the greatest line in this show so far. He squirts.
He squirts.
Sorry.
Poor BC.
Continue from squirts.
Oh no!
Well, that's what I saw.
I guess there's worse adjectives you could have used.
Ejaculates.
But that's what I.
It's just all that as he sees it, I guess.
I think Blake's dead. Okay.
Oh my god.
Fluffy still loves turtles. All right, okay, so you're watching a guy squirt. Continue.
Okay, then she smears the semen all over her belly and her vagina. These are the first 14 minutes of the film.
By the way, Beasley, you should read those like sexy books, like books on tape. You should be the guy like, and then the semen was smeared on her belly. I think it'd be great.
Yes.
All right, continue. Sorry.
All right, then we see that the Mother Earth character is pregnant, and she gives birth to the son of Earth, which is this naked man twitching on the ground. And then these druids, which they look like cannibals because they take her son, they eviscerate him, they cook him in a fire, but then he's still alive, which I don't understand, because I'm just trying to piece together what I pick up little bits and pieces from the film. trying to strain my eyes at the, like OGP said, the blobs of black and white, trying to figure out what's going on. So they cook the sun in the fire. The sun is still alive. Then for some reason, the druids, they wash Mother Earth's vagina with soapy water. And it's like some sort of molestation, like some sort of a rape. I'm not sure if they rape her or not. I couldn't tell what was going on the screen. Now, for the next 20 minutes, I had no idea what was going on. There was just more black and white blob action. Then the sun is walking around and he's twitching. And I couldn't tell what was going on for the rest of the film. Instead, you see the sun or the moon, and it cuts back to more black and white blobs. The thing that is most interesting about this movie is the beginning where God kills himself, because you can kind of tell what's going on is this figure sitting on like a wheelchair, and he's opening up his stomach. But after that, everything is just really hard to figure out what's going on in the film. Yes, when I first saw this film, I liked it. You have to have patience with it. But now I'm too old to have patience with this movie. I really didn't like this movie this time around. After I bought it, I thought I was gonna like it. I really did, because my memories were good ones. That I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it showing it to Master Chaos. And
yeah, of course you enjoyed showing it to me. Yeah, that's
Tracker Chaos saw it too. It was different. It was unique. It's not like your typical Hollywood action film or even Hollywood horror film. It's something completely different, something basic, something really definitely original, and definitely something that doesn't have an equal. And I can't picture another movie that's exactly like Begotten. So with all those thoughts in my head, I thought it was out of print, but I found it on Amazon for $45, and I was about to buy it, but something told me check eBay. So I checked eBay, and I found the copy that I have for $35. It's a DVD. Yes, it's a little bit expensive, but it's an original film, and this is the original release. And I'm glad I own it. Maybe a few years down the line, I'll give it a rewatch. And but this time I didn't have patience with it. I wanted something to happen, and I wanted to be able to figure out what was going on and what I was seeing. So, yeah.
These are the type of movies I take with me to the shooting range. And not video camera, like movie shooting. Like, no, they become targets. Pull!
Okay.
Now, BC, this is your chance to sell that DVD to Master Chaos.
Oh,
yeah.
You're always
Yeah, I
buying
think
off of him.
I tried to.
It
But he
does
said
does
no.
not work. He actually he texted me after. He goes, "Hey, I just saw Begotten again. This thing fucking sucks, man. I don't know why you picked it. Why did I buy this?"
That's funny. With response to Rogue Witch's comment a couple minutes ago about what BC's channel should be,
Yeah,
I think nailed it. Aside, it should be ASMR.
Oh yeah.
BC reading softcore ASMR. Million subscribers overnight.
I would sub to that. I love ASMR.
I love it too, but not BC talking about guys squirting on heavenly mounds or whatever. And then he has to repeat it because it's ASMR, so he'll go squirt, 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 squirt.
No, if you need a commercial for this, for the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, that is your excerpt right there. When BC, mentions the squirting and all of our reactions. Yeah, oof.
We'll get some sponsors for it.
33,000.
Should we go around and give our rating?
Wow.
Sure. Do you want to go in the same direction?
Yes.
All right. Let me pull up my notes here. What the hell did I do? I just had it. Okay. So like I said, yes, it's obviously extremely experimental, but I think Mel's onto something. It is a very unique movie. I think it's trying to say something, you know, and I think there, you know, it's up to artist interpretation, and you can't necessarily say this guy's crazy, you know, and you know, be all in on Lynch and then still say this guy's nuts, because they're saying, you know, unique things in their own unique way, and cinema is very malleable, so it should be able to say certain things whether we like it or not. So I can't 100% give this movie a 0. I would never want to watch it again, and I never want to like delve deep and spend 3 hours on the internet learning about the movie, because whatever, I'll just whatever I saw like a 10-minute YouTube video talking about it, like fine, that's good, that's enough for me, I'm moving on. But I can't give it a full 0 because I think there's something kind of interesting there, but it's not going to go very high. I'm going to give it 1 barrel.
Okay.
Blakey. By the way, I don't. I may be mistaken, but I don't think Blake is your real name, right? I think you're lying to all of us.
My nickname is Bullet.
Okay, so we'll find out his real name soon, guys. Maybe off air. But
Well,
I think
there's some other platforms where it's different. Yeah.
I think it's Kristen. I don't know. All right, sorry, I don't know what the hell. I blame it on the sake. Go ahead. What is your barrel?
Jesus.
Okay, on the same note. Oh, everyone's artistic vision is different. Blah blah blah. I mean, if you have a 5-year-old recreate Starry Night, you can easily look at that 5-year-old and say, "That looks like shit, kid." Like this.
But you shouldn't.
You can't say.
I hate kids.
You hate
0.
Back to hating kids.
It's so fucking bad. This is the easiest 0 I've given on this fucking show. It's so bad. I don't even want to give it 0. Like if we could go less, I would go less. It's that bad. It was 0.
Yeah.
Can we get another ooh?
0.
Yeah. No, and and so Blake really was hitting on something with the kids. Even your kid comes home, from preschool or whatever with the artwork they made to show mommy and daddy, and mommy and daddy love it because that's their baby. Probably like this director, the filmmaker, loved his baby here. But nobody else on the planet gives 2 shits about your preschool kid's artwork. Just like nobody else on the planet gives 2 shits about this 0 barrel movie here.
Wow. Okay.
Easily the worst movie we have watched in this series so far. Easily.
Wow. Okay, Tony.
I'm 0. I feel like a dick saying it, but I like black and white. But I not being able to see what the hell is going on really bothered me. So yeah, I go with 0.
Well, Tony,
we lost it.
Tony, not being able to see it, isn't that really your fault as a viewer? Let's think about it, guys. Come on.
Oh.
In the chat,
Don't blame
MC,
the
you
movie.
had me going about the research and everything. I was like, is he serious? Do we really need to research? Like, I have no desire at all to give this movie an ounce amount more of my life. You had me going for a minute. I was like, no way.
I mean, there is research to be done, but if you don't give 2 shits, then don't worry about it. It's not worth it.
Okay, I don't think this is going to be surprising to anybody, but I'm just going to say I feel like this movie was meant to be a one and done. I feel like anybody who watches it a second time isn't going to like it as much because it is tough. It's a tough movie. The first time isn't probably quite as bad as the second time. I'm going to give it 2 barrels. It was incredibly effective at whatever that director needed that movie to be. Now, I can't give it any more than that because I didn't personally enjoy myself when I watched it, and I would never recommend it to anybody else, but it was incredibly effective, and I believe this movie did what it went out to do.
MC Mel might have just put the title back in your direction.
Wow. 2 barrels. Wow, I didn't expect that. Okay. I was thinking everybody would kind of float at 1, but okay.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah, here's the deal. I I personally cannot stand experimental, that form of art. I don't understand it. I take no interest in it. So I put a little bit of that on me, and for that reason, I will give it 1 barrel and not 0.
Okay.
Okie
Now I mind you, the first 2 times that I saw this movie when I was a teenager, I would have given it 3 barrels. But now, 20 years wiser, even though I know that it does have a message that's trying to say, I'm gonna have to go with 0.
Wow!
Dang.
Golf clap.
I didn't.
Golf clap.
I didn't enjoy. I mean,
Wow!
it exists for a reason,
It
and
is.
the director wanted it out, and it
This
has.
is like, you know, when you go to one of those
Yeah.
art shows where it looks like they just took a can of paint and threw it up against the wall.
Mhm.
That's what this movie is. It's like they just took a can of paint and threw it on the screen, you know, and
Right.
just like that's what you had to watch for an hour. and a
Yeah,
half.
I'm too old to try to figure this out. I mean, whoever wants this movie on DVD, contact me and I'll give you a good price. Okay.
Wow! You're gonna get 0 contacts, I'm guessing, but
Yeah.
Wow,
I
I'm
bet
shocked.
somebody.
dude, I thought you would at least give it 2.
No, 0.
Man,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And he picked it.
He
20
picked it.
years older, 20 years wiser.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Vince Cinephile for a question for the group. Does everyone at least forgive BC for picking this shit?
In time.
I respect BC because he understood the assignment, you know, and after what MC put out there and set the bar where he did, you need home runs. There's no taking chances, and no, BC did a good job of
But
punishing
let's not
us.
forget, he thought he liked this movie when he picked it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I thought I liked it. I knew it was going to be something different for that not many people have seen a movie like this.
You know what's
Those-
killing me? What's
I-
killing me right now is that Mel was expecting Leprechaun in the Hood, and you made him watch Begotten.
I've never been so had before in my life.
That's
But you
amazing.
kind of liked it. You gave it 2 barrels.
I'll tell you this: I'm still more pissed off about Zombie Cop than I am anything else.
Wow.
If
Wow.
if I'm being honest,
Oh.
I went into that movie thinking it was gonna be the shit, and it was a piece of shit, and it pissed me off.
Wow.
But at least I picked the convent for the other one. So
That's true.
Oh,
That's
and I thank you for that one because I incredibly enjoyed it, and I want to buy it when it comes out.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, so I didn't write it down, but it doesn't look like it fared very well. We'll have to compare scores when we get to OGP's final episode. But we'll talk
I'm
about
keeping
that
all
later.
the scores over here.
Are you really? Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
I
for
have
that.
a Excel spreadsheet. Except for I need to go back and look at MC your stream because I wasn't on it.
Right. Oh, by the way, just housekeeping for all the YouTubers. Create a playlist for the bottom of the barrel videos. I just did it for up to now. So do that on your channel. So spread the love. I've got your videos and everything on there. I don't know if we can reveal this, Bullet Blake, but is your real name Chance?
yes,
Oh,
Chance! All right.
Oh.
I would change it to Blake too.
it is. The Bullet is
No,
a
I'm
nickname
kidding.
after Bullet, the bourbon, and Blake is the name of my favorite character in The Watchmen. So,
Oh,
Nice. All right. Well,
who said that? How
hold
did they
on.
know that?
It was Rogue Witch. It says it's really Chance. I used to watch him and his ex-girlfriend for years on here. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Looks like that chance didn't pay off. That didn't make any sense. I tried. All right.
Good Lord.
Let's put Begotten in the grave. I think wherever it lands at the end of season 1, I think we can all agree Begotten is certainly in a place of honor, in a definitely a hall of fame when it comes to bottom of the barrel garbage. Even though this is a movie that played in massive film festivals, I think it was at Cannes, it was at I want to say Sundance, but it was like all these huge film festivals. It was like a big damn deal. So this is not only one of the worst rated on this entire series, but it's also the most critically lauded movie we will probably ever talk about. So take that for what you will.
Wow.
And at least it was only a little over an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saul, how long was Saul? Like hour and a half?
About
An hour and a
Yeah,
half,
an hour and
yeah.
a half, I think.
80 minutes, something like that. But
15 hours? No, hour and a half.
let's just say the movie I have in my back pocket that's ultimate kryptonite is an hour and 50 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh,
New rule: movies have to be under 2 hours.
Under
Yep.
2 hours is fair. Under 2 hours is fair. Okay. Any last words, BC, before we move on to Bad Magic?
No, that's it. Let's move on to Bad Magic then.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, let me pull the trailer down here, and we'll take a look at the trailer because YouTube doesn't care about it. So that's the good news. I like this authentic music.
Voodoo, a religion of black magic, curses, and death. Originating in the West Indies, it made its way to the West during the times of slavery and has continued strongly ever since. Potions, shrunken heads, witch doctors all play their part in the voodoo myth. Even Western offshoots have cropped up in alarming numbers. We would call them Satan worshippers or devil cults. Regardless of what label it has attached to it, one thing remains constant: the calling on of demonic forces to aid one in a mission or to reach a goal or even revenge. This is where I came into the dark games. This is my story: a descent into a black pit called hell.
Let us descend into a black pit called Bad Magic and discuss this movie. Patrick says Polonia Brothers movies are bulletproof to critics, guys. So I guess we should just pack it in. BC, how do you want to begin?
Let's go the opposite way. Let's start with Marcus.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I have heard legend of the Polonia Brothers. This was my first one, though.
You're a fortunate man.
I'm not eager to dive into more of their stuff. It was awful. But maybe it was just being off the heels of Begotten. I was laughing at it quite a bit, and for me that went a long way. The lead actor, I felt like he was the entire movie. It's like they got a man who just learned to read, and they had him like working through a storybook. That is how his cadence and everything, his energy was just. I can't fathom why that should not be your lead. The guy that played the witch doctor was at least having fun with it. He wasn't good, but he was having a lot of fun with it. Overall, I mean, it was awful, and it definitely wore out its welcome by the end. But it had a pretty decent amount of dumb charm for me. So I got through it all right.
I will tell you this: the Polonias have made like nearly 100 movies. They all look like Bad Magic. They've never gotten better. So you see one, you've seen them all, basically.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Mel.
Okay, so this movie pissed me off more than Zombie Cop.
What?
Oh, really?
Oh my god, I didn't know what I was in for with this one, but man, was I bored. It ruined my entire day today at work. This was the longest day I've ever had at work. I was walking around all pissed off when I was done watching it. People were trying to talk to me, and I was like, nope, not today. But there's literally a part in the movie where it like zooms in on that guy's face and he's like,
Yeah.
for like an hour. Okay. The acting was terrible. But I was a little concerned for the mouse. Did the snake really eat that mouse? Because that looked pretty real. So. It was a little too real for me. It had some weird music in it. I don't know what the deal was with the cheese liquor comment. That was very awkward. And then I don't know if we're supposed to be doing spoilers, but I'm doing them anyway. Do you guys remember the poison claw?
Yeah.
It's literally a garden utensil. It's like that Rayco thing, like the handheld Rayco thing. And the guy's like, poison claw. Like being all serious about it. I've never laughed so hard in my life. It was so stupid. It was dumb. I hated it. The end.
Okay, we're gonna go this way. Tony, then OGP, then Blake, then MC, then myself. Okay. Tony.
Well, I kind of figured this was gonna be bad, and it was. The acting, it was exactly like Marcus said. Like he just learned to read, but like, see, that would bother me too. Like, I look at it and go, like, okay, you guys are filmmakers. You could find somebody else, but could you like maybe have them try to do the lines over and again until because it just sounds bad. Like I would never put that out. I don't care if it's just for fun or whatever. It's very hard to watch. He got on my nerves. The lines, just the way he read them, it was just so bad. And the voodoo guy, he wasn't much better. It just. And again, it's low budget. They're not professionals in that. But like, come on, you can not be robotic. I don't. I do like shot on video, so I like the look of the movie. I like the old time stuff like that. That stuff I do like. But of the Polonium Brothers movies, this is definitely one of the worst ones. One that I did like, which I'll say, Marcus, maybe you would like it too, is Queen Crab. That one was fun, but just be prepared for like. I hate when I get a movie and it's like, oh, this sounds cool, and if it's a Polonium Brothers. Get that camera off me! Jesus Christ, nobody wants that. You want 100 thumbs ups, huh?
That's right. Give them to me. Put them thumbs up inside Tony.
I tell you what, Tombone, your background is banging right now, though. When did you change that?
This is my original room, the other room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so used to just seeing that, like, terribly hung green screen behind you.
It's not terribly hung.
It's kind of off center a little bit. It's a little off center.
It's hard to get the right angle in that room. I don't know what the hell it is. I used to have a green screen
Tony
over.
is adequately hung, okay, Mel? He's adequately hung. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I know that.
I'm glad I'm glad how does he know it though? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you send him any pictures?
Boom.
No.
I got the power.
That makes it sound like I sent you something. Stop it. You sent him pictures?
Oh my God. I don't know what you guys do.
I've only sent Mel one picture and it was of a belly button.
And in all fairness, I asked for it. I said, prove it.
Yeah, because in the chat I said I have a belly button, and then she said about proving it. So I sent her a picture of somebody's belly button, but
it wasn't even his. So how disappointed was I?
You don't want mine. Yeah, well, this one's better. It had a cat tattooed over it, so the belly button was the cat's asshole.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
See, thank you, OGP. When he sent me that, I was like, wait a minute, this looks familiar.
Yeah, both of you were looking up belly buttons.
He's like, well, it wasn't mine. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense.
But that picture was a lot better than Bad Magic.
Yes, it was.
And
Jesus.
All right.
Anyway.
OLDP?
So Tony liked it. Great.
Yeah. So, knowing this is a Polonia Brother film, right off the bat, they don't care. They come from, there's a faction of indie filmmakers that literally do not care about the quality of product they put out. They just want to put something out. And I know a few people that are very tightly associated with and or have produced or acted in and or done other things for Polonia Brothers movies. There is no caring with them how good these movies are. The best you're ever going to get out of it, if they get that much, is a solid story. So, I mean, as far as Polonia Brothers, this is basically what I expected, although they did bring it to another level, like down with the guy that, yeah, I mean, he really sounded like the nervous kid in the third grade trying to read a book when the teacher puts him on the spot and says, okay, Billy, it's your turn to read now. It was beyond horrible. And then, like, I mean, if you're just going like, okay, I understand this is the way this movie's going to be. It's narrated by this guy who can't read, and then, and he can't act as well either. But then they show up in the Bahamas where Blaka was, or whatever the hell that guy's name was, the witch doctor, right? So he shows up in the Bahamas and he's wearing long pants and like a long sleeve shirt. And if you've ever been to a beach in your life, you don't go in long pants and a long sleeve shirt. So I'm like, I don't know if that was really, did they really shoot that in the Bahamas? I don't think so. I think it was like some stock footage or whatever. They green screened or however they did that. But, you just like, I've been there. He would have like sweated to death in like 30 seconds in that outfit down there. So that bugged me. And then, yeah, the tools which he was going to give, the guy, which the witch doctor was giving him to, do these things. First of all, how to get him on an airplane to get him back home to New York or whatever. But then the biggest problem I have with this film, even more than any of those things, is remember what they said at the beginning. His brother was killed by a gang of bloods.
A blood gang. They said a blood gang.
Okay, I interpreted that as like Bloods and Crips. That's right. The way I took it. So I've never seen a white guy as a Blood. I've never seen a fat nerdy white guy as a Blood. And then I mean, like, fat nerdy dorky. What? Like I was like, what in the hell? No, like. More people would be scared of me walking through Harlem than any one of those guys. It was just absurd. So I tried to say like, okay, I'm going to laugh at this, but it was just like, as it went on, more and more little things just like pissed me off about it. And I understand Mel's pain of like being in a shitty mood afterwards. There are movies that do that to me, and I don't remember. I blocked them out of my mind apparently, but others that we've done in the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel that left me in that mood. And this was one of them. Not as bad as Begotten, but by the time this was over, I was like, oh my, I don't need a beer. I need a 12-pack of beer. So it was bad, but I kind of, had like a little, knowing the Polonia Brothers films kind of eased it going in for me. If you never seen a Polonia Brothers film, you were sure in for a surprise. But yeah. Bad. Blake.
Bad. Blake, real quick, Rogue Witch wanted to say that still up to this day that you cheated in the baby food challenge. What happened there? You hate children. You stole their food? What's that about?
That was like 8 or 9 years ago when I did that fucking video. That's so old. How did you find this channel? Like,
now we'll have to track it down, guys. I want to see how we cheated.
We need to know the backstory now.
What the hell's going on here?
Hey, that's so old.
Did you go to a nursery and go, fuck you kids, and take your baby food?
You still didn't tell us how you cheated.
This was during like the whole like challenge video thing where all these people were doing challenge vids and you had to eat like the baby food shit. I didn't pick the shit. She picked the shit.
I could probably kill some baby food.
Well,
no kidding.
there's some that were like, oh, this is good, and you go in for more.
Butterscotch pudding, I'm down in that stuff.
Mangoes, hell yeah.
I can't remember what flavor. I mean, this was like 9 years ago, and I want to say it was like chopped liver or steak dinner or something, baby food, and I was not about to eat that. I just pretended to put it in my mouth while she was looking the other way, and then I acted like it was disgusting. And she apparently edited the video and didn't even catch it until someone commented below about how I cheated in the video, and then that's all anyone talked about for a while.
And that's why you're not together anymore.
Ruined the relationship right there.
That damn baby food.
You can't be trusted.
Way to twist the knife, Mel. Jesus.
I'm sorry. If it was a really brutal breakup, I apologize.
Speaking of food challenges,
years ago.
Has anybody seen, what movie one just did the one chip challenge that's been going around again?
Oh, yeah, I saw the thumbnail
but
for that
if
video.
you want to laugh your ass off, you have to see Cinestalker's one chip challenge. He almost dies on camera. It is amazingly epic. I was in tears laughing. So I felt bad for my friend, but at the same time, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
No, it's no joke, man. Those things I did one with Wet Movie 2 years ago, and it was awful. I hate hot stuff. Awful. There's just so much powder on it. I was throwing up the whole night. I had diarrhea. It was the worst experience.
Do you know
he
bought
it's not
two.
good.
Wet Movie One bought two, and he wanted either you or me to do the challenge with him.
I know. I'm like, no, man. I was like, never.
Like, I love you, Brendan, but fuck you. Like,
no,
that
kills
not
people,
a
man.
chance.
I don't think my stomach can handle it. I'd probably honestly go to the doctor.
Man,
nobody's could. 100% Wet Movie was taking shits for days. He's probably still on the toilet.
So why the hell did he do it again?
Did it for the clicks, baby.
It's supposed to be a new. It's like the year 2022 chip or something. It's like a new chip, hotter than the old one.
And they only sold one. It's like $20.
But the thing is, Wet Movie One is nuts because he can just eat. Like, he ate it. You could see it was affecting him, but it wasn't that bad. When we went up to Oregon, he had this bag of chips, and like me and Fluffy tried one each, and we were like, wow, like crying and stuff. And he's just sitting there snacking on them the whole way. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? How can you eat this? How can you do that to your butthole?
He always puts hot sauce on things too, right?
Yeah, no, we used to have to go to Tommy's if you know LA, Tommy's big famous chain, just so he could buy the jars of the peppers. He wouldn't buy food there, just get the jars of the peppers.
What kind of peppers are they?
I think they're jalapenos.
No. People around here like challenge each other to eat what are they, the Carolina Reapers or whatever they are.
Oh.
Everybody's growing them in their backyards around here and making fucking pickles out of them. I'm like, you guys are dumb.
Yeah, no, the Tommy's, it was just, it was like he would get it to have like a snack, like, you might get a bag of peanuts or whatever, and he was just eating these like jalapenos. Like, that's a wet one.
All right, Blake, thanks for taking us off track with the baby food shit, dude. Jesus Christ.
I almost forgot what we were doing.
You can stop with the kid hating over there. Jesus.
Okay.
Some of it wasn't bad.
I like. Well, banana. It is actually pureed regular food.
Yeah, but there's like dinner, whatever.
My bad. Okay.
You fucking rogue witch.
So what are we talking about? Oh, bad magic. Okay. All right, Blake liked it. Okay, my turn. All right, now let's see.
I did.
Did Blake even go?
Yeah, he did. He just talked about baby food. He decided to talk about that instead. That's fine.
I don't remember what he said about it.
Read between the lines.
Super liked it. He said the best witchcraft movie ever made. The ultimate black actor. Like, he said all this cool stuff. Like, this guy should have been Black Panther. It was great. Okay, mine.
Okay. Like effects, all the things.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was terrible. It's
greatest toilet paper death.
Is legit. That's man. That was the stupidest fucking scene.
I forgot the toilet paper death.
The guy's sitting there on the couch and he's looking over. He's like, oh, you're stoned on NyQuil or some shit. And I was like, okay, that's stupid. And then he's like, what are you still jerking yourself off in there? And then they zoom in on the guy who's like wrapped up in teepee and knives are all over him. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And then he puts on some weird shit on the TV, and it's like some guy going through some wood chipper or something, and then he's like, the worst actors ever are in this movie, and it literally feels like everyone is just reading the lines off the page, and they didn't graduate, or they didn't even get through second grade. They just can't read, so it's like everything is like, and then they did this. Please give me my powers so I can get this revenge. It's so bad. But BC, man, what the fuck, bro?
See, like I said, he liked it.
I mean, I liked it more than Begotten, but they were both shit. Both of them.
Wow. And and BC and I were talking about this. He said, man, you shouldn't have picked a Polonia Brothers movie because I feel that's too easy for bottom of the barrel. And we were kind of like, yeah, because there's a Polonia Brothers movie we love, and maybe BC will mention it, called Feeders. It's not good at all, but it's one of those that we watched a lot, like Video Violence, that we sort of had nostalgia for. But we know they suck. We know the movies are awful. But we sort of accept that aesthetic in a way, so it felt I was like, I don't know, we probably should have picked something a little harder, but I can see that it's left a mark on a lot of people here, which is good. Then I think you did a good job there. Are you done, Blake?
Yes.
Wow, you're being a real catty bitch today, Chance. No, I'm kidding. No, that's great. All right, I've got my notes, and a dramatic reading of Bad Magic in the acting style of our lead actor.
Nice.
You have to enlarge yourself.
Okay, hold on. I forget to do that. But then it's going to be looking off camera, but I'll do my best. Okay. Bad Magic. Absolute incompetence is the order of the day. It's amazing to me that this isn't the Polonia Brothers' first movie, because it totally looks like an amateur hour piece of shit. Okay, I won't do the whole thing like that.
I was like, that was way too.
It's like taking years off your life trying to read like that.
I think I put too much energy into that, honestly. All right, I'll continue normally. Then again, all their movies look like that, which is confusing to me because most artists improve and get better the more they practice their art, but they seem to be stuck in a shitbox of cinema. Bad Magic tests the boundaries of cinema and patience with a ridiculous story about a black guy getting revenge for his brother who joined a blood gang that is run by the whitest, dorkiest, middle-aged schlubs I've ever met in my life. Which, by the way, those guys looked like a friend we had. And I texted BC, I goes, doesn't this look like Javier? Because this looks exactly like a friend we had, just like weird, awkward-looking person. That's okay. We're not friends with him anymore, so I can say that. Okay. To add insult to injury, the main guy is anti-charismatic, dull, and boring-looking, and he looks like he's about to fall asleep in every shot. This could be that he was the only black guy the brothers knew, and that's why he got the lead. But he certainly isn't all that's wrong with the movie. It doesn't feel like a movie that was made by adults. I'll go widescreen for this part. It doesn't feel like a movie that was made by adults. It looks like a movie that was made by 10-year-olds. Like, for example, there's a part where they have a machete, but they have a plastic Halloween machete. Like, what the fuck, guys? You're grown men. You can get a real machete. You don't even like swing it at people, so it's not like, oh, it's dangerous. Somebody might get hurt. They stab a box with it. What are you doing with a plastic fucking machete, you idiots? And that pissed me off. I also found it hilarious that the movie is obviously filmed in, I don't know where, some kind of rural, I don't know, Ohio or Pennsylvania or something, but they tried to make it look like a big city by playing like honking horns and showing stock footage of traffic and skyscrapers, but then it would have cut to like a fat dude walking through barren trees and snow. And they're like, oh yeah, that's absolutely New York. That's what New York looks like. Perfect. Yeah, Stupid as Death goes to toilet paper trap. The biggest thing that jumped out at me is actually today I was coloring my movie, so I'm very aware of skin tones and lighting and things like that. This movie needed to white balance their cameras like crazy because this movie, and Blake will get this reference, this movie is redder than a Vinegar Syndrome 4K. The colors are disgusting. It's like the skin tone of someone was like orange and purple. Like even the black guy looked like an Oompa Loompa. I don't know what the shit, but the colors on this are bad. And that's not the worst thing about the movie. But then again, we are talking about Polonia Brothers movie, and we can't really expect too much. BC, this didn't have the magic of feeders for me, man. How about you?
Not at all. Not the magic of feeders. Feeders was funny because it has quotable lines, and this one was really awful. Well, this movie is about this guy that his brother dies in a gang, and they have a narrator which he sounds as if he has marbles in his mouth. I couldn't understand what he was saying most of the time. Then he reads accounts of demon summonings. He goes to a witch doctor in the West Indies, and he says he spent his entire life savings on the trip. I'm like, so it probably wasn't much to begin with. So he meets the doctor. He asks for revenge, and the doctor shakes maracas. A snake bites him, and then he gets into a trance, and then he learns the secrets of Blackie Blacka. Oh no, Blackie Blackie, something like that. Was it?
Get it right, or you'll be cursed. Just so you know.
Blackie Blackie. And like Mel said, the instruments, one of them is like a guarding instrument, which is like the three claw kind of thing. He gets a voodoo doll, and he gets this liquid of astral projection, which and then he gets revenge on this prostitute, this whore, using the voodoo doll, and he sticks pins into the doll, and then he squeezes the head of the voodoo doll on her head, puts out blood.
Wetness? What the shit?
That's what
the guy in the toilet is the one where he uses the astral projection liquid, where he drinks, and then he kind of falls asleep, and then his spirit goes out of his body, and it goes to the guy in the toilet. And I don't know why he puts toilet paper all over his body, but he does. And then he gets
no. He doesn't do it on purpose. You know, that's like the curse doing it.
Oh, that's really shitty. He gets knives. Knives from the bathroom, from the kitchen, and then they fly and they get into the guy's stomach. And then there's one fat guy member that he's in the gang. He goes by Smokes, and he's the one that gets claws on his face because the black guy puts the claws over his picture, rips his picture up.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yes, and then the main leader is this guy named Ajax, and he goes on the run. He steals the car. He loses control of the car, and the black guy reads from like a spell, and his brother comes out of the ground like a zombie for revenge. Now this is the only interesting thing I liked about this movie. That the zombie face was kind of creepy. The eyes were really creepy. So Amos is the name of the guy's brother that was killed. So he rips the heart out of Ajax, and then the main black guy, he disappears and he ends up in hell, where he meets Blackie, and he says, "Now you're gonna spend the rest of your eternity here in hell with me," and that's the end of the movie. And I thought it was pretty awful, not as bad as Begotten, but pretty bad. The acting was atrocious. I really had a tough time understanding what he was saying because it did feel like he had marbles in his mouth. But I think it was only an hour and 5 minutes, so that was good.
Was it? Because it felt like longer than that.
Oh yeah. Mel, did you like this one or which one did you like least? This one or Zombie Cop?
I liked this one the least.
Okay.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Wow.
Well, that's all I have to say about Black Magic.
But that's not all Black Magic has to say about you. By the way, did anybody else think that hooker lady? I thought that was a guy at first because the wig was so bad.
Wait, was that not a guy?
You're right. I thought it was a guy. Yeah.
It was a
Wait
girl.
a minute.
Wow.
That
Eventually,
was a guy. I
it
thought.
looked like a girl, but
yeah.
In the first few times we saw them, I thought, like, are they seriously trying to pull this off? But then when she actually had dialogue, I think she was a girl. I was very confused.
You know,
It was.
One thing, you know, I kind of meant to mention was that, you know, with the Polonia Brothers movies, and we talk about these people as actors, we're kidding ourselves. They don't get actors; they get any schmuck that they know that's not busy that day to go film a movie with them. So none of these people are like skilled or trained or, you know, professionals by any means. So whatever, you know, I guess in a sense we should forgive them for their horrible acting, you know, and blame it. It's all on the Polonia brothers for putting him in that position.
But it's funny you should mention that OGP because in the Feeders DVD they have a special features where they talk about the influence on the Polonia brothers, and I think Mark Polonia, he says, that he really appreciates Steven Spielberg and how he was an inspiration for him. So it's kind of like
obvious.
Really?
Yeah,
I was looking at that.
I see it in his work. Yeah, no, and but here's the thing. So there are some Polonia Brothers movies where you might see a recognizable face here or there. And you know, that's thanks to things like Indiegogo and whatnot that's given them like $200 to hire. I don't know that Brink Stevens. I'm just thinking Brink Stevens is one you can $200, $200 or $300 a day for her. She'll show up, say about 6 or 7 lines, and she'll go home. So it's you know, stuff like that. You will see a recognizable name from time to time. And I apologize for the dog going batshit back there.
Okay.
I heard it. I didn't even
go
think
around
anything.
and what happened?
I said I heard it, but I didn't even think anything. I don't know why. I was like, I hear a dog. Oh.
I'd
You're
rather
just
listen
going
to
crazy,
the dog
Tony.
bark for 5 hours instead of watch Begotten again.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, BC. I guess we'll give our ratings. Which way do you want to go? Same.
Let's go this way with Mark.
Okay,
All right. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't good at all, and like I said, I definitely was influenced by having just painfully made my way through Begotten. But I'm gonna go with 2 barrels. I thought a lot of the horrible things about it were pretty funny. And again, for me, that goes a long way. So I was at least giggling enough at it that it wasn't too painful of an experience.
Marcus, real quick, do you collect the Saturn's Core stuff?
No, I actually don't have any. I think the only partner label I have is I've got Walking the Edge, so Fun City. Other than that, I really haven't dabbled much in the partner label. No, Terrorvision, because I have WNEF.
Gotcha. Don't buy any of those. Just a warning.
I won't. Fun City's the top partner label. They release nothing but goodies.
Oh, but actually, Blake, they just announced that they're releasing Begotten. So,
fuck that label. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, BC, what do you want to do?
Right, Mel,
Cat's head looks so small.
Pony, OGP, and then Blake, and you.
0.
Wait, do that again. Do it again.
0.
Yeah.
There.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because it's a really fun movie, though.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
It's diverse. It has a diverse cast.
0. Still 0. You're not gonna change that. None.
What if Hollywood took it, remade it, and cast a white guy in it? Would you like it then?
Rude.
No,
that is rude.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I wouldn't like it. I would never like it. Nope, never. If they changed all the actors and replaced them with better actors, and then they wrote a whole new script and gave it a better script, and then they changed all of the cinematography and gave it a different director, then yeah, maybe I'd like it.
Gotcha. So basically, make a whole different movie. Got it.
Named it something else.
Absolutely.
Cat chaos.
All right.
Yes, he has the zoomies. Okay, Tony.
Well, I would probably go with 1 because I watched this after. No, I did. Yeah, I can't remember what the order I watched them in now. They fucked my brain up so bad. I can't remember which one was first. I think I watched this one first, and then Begotten. So that's probably another reason why I was like, "Oh, this one was so much better," but it sucks. It sucks. But I don't. But I don't feel like it's a 0. I feel like it's a 1.
Okay. OGP.
This is it's. Do we even need to talk about how these are double zeros today? Both of these movies don't deserve any of our time. Nope. BC in my book, has taken the cake here. Nope.
He's getting the
like
trophy.
if we could have gone negatives, no zeros.
All right, Blake.
Fucking 0. This was awful. So fucking bad. And BC, you said you liked like the zombie face. It was so obviously like a Party City mask that they like stripped all the paint off and then just like moved the mouth with his own mouth as he's walking. They shouldn't have done any close-ups with that. None whatsoever. Shouldn't have been done. Terrible. Fucking bad idea. The movie shouldn't have been made. It's just, oh man.
Give me some O's.
These movies were just fucking terrible. Both of them. They don't even deserve zeros. It's so. I hated that.
I love watching him complain.
I know. This is the most entertaining rant ever.
That's his shit guy. Mr. Slipcover and on the back. Ooh.
It's just
it's the sound effects to me. Oh.
Okay. It's tough because I sort of like the Polonia Brothers only because of nostalgia reasons, but this is objectively not a good movie whatsoever. It's very, very bad. There's nothing good about it. It boggles the mind that you are a filmmaker who's inspired by people like Spielberg and you churn something like this out where you can objectively look at the screen and go, this is a bad shot. Cut. What the fuck are you doing? Do you understand English? Talk like a human in this scene, please. That's what really pisses me off the most. That they didn't direct, that they didn't kind of understand. Yeah, the concept, fine. Voodoo, magic, revenge, absolutely. You can pull that off. But you have to be able to tell people, you know what? That was a little over the top. Let's pull it back a little bit. Like, you know what? Read it with a little more life because it sounds like you're asleep right now. Things like that was a director's job, and it's so crucial, especially at a lower budget. But at the same time, if it was any better, it would feel really awkward. So the fact that it's such a confluence of shit makes it this special gem that I think should be praised. 5 barrels.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right. I'm not buying it.
I'm gonna go 2 barrels. I'm gonna go 2 barrels only because I liked Feeders.
I'm calling shenanigans here.
No,
you're trying to save your title. Is what you're doing.
No. You can give this 2 barrels because you liked one of their other movies. That is straight garbage.
That's where I'm gonna land with it.
I like Spielberg, so I'm gonna give this one two barrels.
You know what? Yeah, I like Magic. Well, that's 1 barrel right there. I like Michael Jackson's album.
Bad.
I like Michael Jackson's album Bad. I'm like, hey, 2 of my favorite things. That's where I land.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
But like, here's the thing. In the pantheon of all the SOE, we've only seen what, 2 SOV on this so far, I think. Zombie Cop and this, right? Wasn't there something else?
Yeah.
I think that's it. But anyway, and I've seen it to a lot of SOV recently, like in the past year. This is the only movie I would force my wife to watch because it would be funny. But you know, all the other ones I've seen, I would never rewatch again. But there's something about this movie and that main guy that cracked me up that I'm like, there's something here. And I could see BC and I
No,
rewatching
there's
this
not.
on a movie night. So I don't know.
I would
It
watch
was the
Red
5
Lips
minute
again.
blinking scene that got you, wasn't it?
Blinking? What? Oh yeah. No, I like the fact that it was like a toilet paper death really sold it for me. I'm like, this is clever, man. You know, this is like, watch out, Nightmare on Elm Street. Now that's a kill.
Wait a minute, that's way too much sake for you. You just gave Bad Magic 2 barrels. Put
You know
that
what?
shit
Fucking
down.
6 stars, 6 barrels, 800. No, but in all seriousness, it's not good, but I had fun for what it was. It is terrible, absolutely terrible. But I'm with Marcus. You gave it 2, right? Right,
Yep.
2, right? Yeah, 2 for me. BC, what's up?
All right. Well, I'm gonna give it 1 because it was the worst voodoo film I've ever seen, voodoo or black magic or whatever it was about. But it wasn't painful for me. Like Begotten was painful for me, and this movie wasn't painful for me, but it had really awful acting. Like I said, the guy, you couldn't understand what he was saying in his narration parts. I'm gonna go with 1 barrel because it was a short movie. I mean, if it would have been a long movie, that would have pissed me off. But this one didn't piss me off. Sharks of the Corn pissed me off. But, yeah, but this one didn't piss me off that much. But like Masakaya said, I've seen a lot of shot on video movies as well, and this one, it was bad. It was shitty, but it wasn't zero barrels. So
You know, if the Polonia brothers embraced how shitty their movies are going to be, and kind of took like a Mel Brooks approach to shitty movies, and just kind of made them goofy, I could maybe appreciate it. But the fact that they're like, knowing what I know, that they just don't care. The idea is just give your distributor. I'm not even. One of the guys that has distributed a lot of their movies, he flat out told me, if you spend more than $200 on a movie, you're wasting your money. You don't pay for actors. You don't do anything. You shoot it over a weekend. You just get something to put on a disc, to put in a little box, and then you sell it, and people keep coming. And there is a weird market for those type of movies. So more power to them. But the fact that they knew this was going to be garbage. And if some of the stuff that we thought was funny, maybe the toilet paper thing they kind of thought was funny, but the rest of it, there's no way they thought that was funny. They just,
Right.
they were like, they were taking this serious. And that, man, they did, the lead actor, they did him no favors. They just embarrassed him for an hour and 10 minutes of how poor he is at reading. So yeah, I was angry after this movie. There's no chance in hell I'm ever watching this again.
Genuinely bad.
You
and
know,
I watch a lot of shot on video.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's funny you mentioned that, OGP, about like turning it into a comedy. That's actually what happened with my first movie. It was a shot on video movie, and I was setting out to make a serious end of the world kind of movie. At the end of the first day, we're like, fuck this. This looks so stupid. Let's make this a comedy so people will laugh at it on purpose.
Yeah.
And then it freed us up to really make something interesting. But and maybe they were fucking around. Maybe they knew that guy was a bad reader, and they're like, "Oh, dude, let's get Tyrone to do the narration. It's gonna be hilarious." You know. So no, I don't put that past them that they thought that was fucking funny, and they were like laughing, in the editing bay, like cracking up at this guy talking, and they didn't get it that it was gonna ruin their movie. So I don't know. There's something about it that spoke to me in a weird way, but yes, when you're making a movie like that, don't make a fucking serious movie. If you can't afford to make a serious movie, have fun with it, because the audience is the only way that you're gonna take the audience with you is if you're in on the gag. And I think I mean, that's what happened with the Sharknado franchise. I know from experience. The first one was a serious thriller, and then like, holy shit, everybody's making fun of it. The next one's raw comedies. You know, they said no humor in the first one, no humor, drop dead serious. This is a real threat to the world, tornado sharks. And then everybody laughed at it. They're like, oh, haha, yeah, we made a comedy, haha. So
yeah, kind of like The Room. They took a page from The Room right there.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
absolutely. Which is a movie that shouldn't ever be on bottom of the barrel, because I think that's kind of, I think that and Troll 2 should never be on bottom of the barrel, because those are sort of like uplifted movies in a way. Like you can't really touch those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love The Room.
Yeah.
Same. And I've bought underwear from Tommy Wiseau, and it was very little. It didn't fit me. You did too. So
and it took them like 8 months to get to me after ordering it. I was like, where the fuck is the fucking box? Because I ordered that with the Blu-ray, because it came with the Blu-ray. They had like a bundle on his website.
Well, you know, you had to wear them, break them in, and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They have a little pocket so you can put your weed in there.
What are you talking about?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Tommy Wiseau has a line of underwear. It has his name on it, like it's like fucking Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
Great. It doesn't. It didn't fit me though.
Sends that with a Blu-ray.
You can order it on his website.
Yeah, you can order both on his website.
Wow.
At least last time I looked.
You must be kidding, aren't you?
Blu-ray new. I ordered them right after seeing it. Like I went to see it in theaters, and they have like it's like a whole thing. People throw plastic spoons all at you. I took a football to the back of the head. Someone threw it from the back row and threw it and hit me in the back of the head with it. But I mean, it was a good time.
It's a good time. Yeah.
The whole floor was covered with white plastic spoons as you walk out. Like you are crunching a bunch of plastic spoons. The whole floor. You couldn't see any carpet.
Man. Let's just say when I met him, I went to the bathroom in me underwears because I was very excited. That's from the movie, but if you guys have seen it, the stupid guy says me underwears. It pissed me off so much. But I kind of like it. Okay. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Did you hear about the Polak who thought his wife was trying to kill him? On her dresser table, he found a bottle of... Whoa! BC died.
BC That was cat chaos.
He was like, my work is done.
Oh, playing with the cat.
Anyway, Polish removal. Very good joke. Very good. All right. Now it's time to... Hold on a second. Now it's time to pick the next person who goes...
Oh, you're going to spin a wheel for this.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
What's going to happen here?
Not OGP. Not OGP. Not OGP.
Please.
Not OGP.
Wouldn't it be funny if I rigged it so that my name comes up again? Yay!
Oh, man. Oh,
All
man.
right.
Yay.
OGP will be the season finale. I mean, we're still going to continue. We're not going to take a break or anything, but what do you got for us, OGP?
Hang on just a second. Here we go. I shared a screen with you right there. Can you pull that up?
Got it.
So that'll be the first one that we're going to watch. Terror at Blood Fart Lake. That's the first one.
Poor Mel. She's like, oh boy, we can watch some leprechauns, maybe some more.
That's pretty close to Leprechauns.
Yeah. No. There is no.
I did. I thought we were going to be doing more leprechaun in space type shit, but no.
So, this is.
Lake.
Let's get down here.
Teen Ape.
Ron Bonk. That's all you need to know.
Oh man.
SRS baby. SRS. So the legend. I don't know if you care to read it right now or anything, but anyways, Terror at Blood Fart Lake is the first one. I've got the second one pulled up. You want to talk about Terror or just go into the second one?
Looks like it's about a high octane sex weekend, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
you know how
sometimes
you see those movies and you think, oh, there's going to be a whole lot of boobies and stuff in them, and then there's not.
Oh, sure. This one's got the meat.
There's going to be a whole lot of boobies.
Are you telling us that this has no titties?
I'm telling you, don't get your hopes up.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm gonna
I'll remove that.
Okay, all right, thanks. And now I shall pull up the what do you say? The coup de trois here? I don't know what that is. How do I stop that screen? There we go. Okay, and here is the second one coming your way. Sorry, I figured it'd be easier this way than rather than you trying to pull them up. But boom, there you are.
Okay, okay.
We're
Wow.
going with the. We've been talking about shitty movies a lot.
So you have a theme.
So there it is. Death Toilet. At least be glad that we didn't do the sequel to Death Toilet, which is called Number 2.
Ah!
So yeah, we are doing Terror at Blood Fart Lake and Death Toilet. Those are the two.
Wow.
I will tell you, I have never seen Death Toilet, so I don't know what to expect. Although I watched the trailer, and I am definitely in the running for the trophy here still, based on the trailer, what I feel.
I don't know, GP. I'm a big Trauma fan, and these sound right up my alley. Literally.
Terror at Blood Fart Lake. Fluffy Gamer and I tried to watch doing our drunk movie reviews a while back. We turned it off 20 minutes in. So I have tried to watch that movie, and it pissed me off so bad that I couldn't get through it. So I'm now forcing myself to revisit Terror at Blood Fart Lake. Yeah. I watched it because the both of these, the titles sound like fun little flicks, But there you go. That's what it is. We're doing.
Poop dripping down.
You can run,
hey,
but
there's
you
actually
you can run.
4. There's actually 4 movies. One is called, I think the fourth one is Brown Snakes on a Plane.
Oh my god!
And then I forget what the third one is. But anyways, no, there's if we like it a lot, we can go with the sequel. We can do a theme. I'll do Death Toilet 2 and 3 in the next round.
I'll do sequels in the next round. I'll do Curse of Humpty Dumpty 2 and Death Toilet number 2.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
3 is Death Toilet Call of Duty.
Like it.
They're creative. This could be fun.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Win or lose, I'm taking my shots here.
You got to take your shot like Alexander Hamilton, and who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? As a matter of fact, next episode we will pick a winner. Luckily, Mel is keeping track of what the movies are. And if it comes down to a tie, like let's say there's 2 movies that are sort of tied at sort of the lowest ranking, then it'll be a round table vote. What's worse? And then I guess we haven't really we'll speak off air. We'll go on backstage and we'll talk about what we do for next season. But potentially whoever wins will get first stab for season 2. And then we're thinking of a theme for season 2 where we all have to sort of conform to a certain rule, which is, it's fine, but it puts me in a box, which they might like. But but it's up. It will be a team decision. It'll be a team decision. All I know is I've had so much fun doing this.
Well, these videos are fun. The recap talking about them are fun. The actual pain of enduring the movies, not so fun.
No.
It has never been so hard for me to get through a bunch of movies before in my life.
But these videos, the payoff makes it worth it. Hanging out and laughing and hearing BC talk about a guy squirting. Worth the price of admission. Right there.
The whore.
And the whore, yeah. And that's when right before he said the whore, we were talking about he was talking about the guy with something wet or something, and I was waiting. I was like, are we gonna get another squirting like a comment on the level of that? And then left turn to Whoreville. Boom, perfect. We'll take it.
Oh my god. BC, final thoughts on this round and your picks and how you think everybody sort of accepted them or didn't.
Well, I'm surprised that some people actually thought that Begotten was good.
2 Barrels isn't good.
Yeah, but Thought it was fair. That's fair. I didn't know what Bad Magic was gonna be like. I mean, I knew it was Polonia Brothers, but that's all I knew. Um, I liked two of their previous films. Um, a lot of people really didn't like it, so yeah. I guess I ended up giving it one barrel. Yeah, it was okay.
Without,
I
I'm
mean,
not
it
gonna
sucked,
say.
but
Yeah,
what?
I'm not gonna say anything. But the movies we talked about today, I think those would be perfect for round two. It's
Oh
in
yeah,
keeping
me
with what
and
you did.
Master Chaos were talking about two shot on video movies. That's all I'm gonna say. But those, I actually love those. I have those, and I've seen them quite a bit.
That's what you said about Begotten. So
Mhm. That's
True.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have much any more things to say about these two films. I mean, Begotten was definitely something of definitely a unique film that I wanted other people to watch and just to get their opinions on it. I'm surprised some people liked it. Well, like I did when I was younger, but yeah.
But you really liked it, which is different. I think some of us tolerated it or understood it for kind of what it wanted to be, but that was
Mhm.
it. Real quick, off topic, but Earth Girls Are Easy from Vestron coming.
Oh, that slipcover looks squishy.
What was that movie that you guys were talking about quite a bit? Real Genius, was it?
Oh yeah,
That just
Tony
dropped
picked
this
up.
week too.
I've never seen it. Is it good?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
Fantastic.
good.
Yeah,
hmm
I gotta check it out. Okay.
All right. Let's go around and sort of give our plugs. Marcus, you don't have a channel, man, but are you thinking of starting one?
I certainly something I've considered in the past. I'd be interested in doing it. So maybe someday I will be plugging that. But in lieu of a plug, just thank you guys for having me. This was a lot of fun. Had a good time, and I would certainly love to do it again sometime.
Awesome. You're welcome back anytime, dude. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your support, my brother. Mel, what do you got going on?
Yo, I don't know. Just the usual, Marcus, thank you for hanging out with us, man. I hope it was cool and fun and not horrifying at all for you.
It was great.
I'd like to thank the people in the chat for always putting up with our shenanigans and whatnots. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Check me out, My Killer Podcast.
So I have a question. Do you have a podcast?
Yes.
Do you have a real podcast, or is it just a YouTube channel?
So I started off with just a podcast. I have like 6 episodes or something like that, and then I started putting my episodes on YouTube, full videos. And it became a lot of work, and YouTube was more fun. So I just started doing YouTube and dropped to the podcast. I mean, I still pay for it, so it's still out there. You can still listen to it. But now I got to a point where I probably can't change my name. So I do want to start the podcast back up, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But if you want to listen to it, you can. It's available everywhere.
I'm gonna look for it because I was like, why is she called a podcast? Does she know she's not a podcast? Because
you might appreciate my episodes because the movies I talk about are really good.
I'm sure I will. I know I will look those up. Actually, I might have something coming up that I'll reach out to you about. So we'll talk off air. That it is podcast related. Yeah, we'll talk off air. Okay. Anthony of the Dead. Tell us about yourself.
I don't know. I'm still just trying to get my channel back up and running and stuff. I'm trying to think of ideas for things to do. It's a slow process. My kids just went to school last week, and I'm first time in like 8 years that I actually have time to myself every day. So I'm coming up with things. I'm mainly here on this channel.
Rebrand as Senor Antonio de la Muerta.
No. Muerte.
Or my fault. No hablo español. I was doing my best.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
I just bought that the other day.
Oh, it's so good.
There's a Big Lots for $5.
Oh man,
That's
Yeah.
a hella deal.
good deals. Big $5. That's expensive for Big Lots. Bought a whole thing of cookies for $1 at Big Lots. I'm like, I
Look
can't
at
even eat.
that.
Shit.
And dinner with schmucks for $1 something on Blu-ray. I like.
You're the
I
real
like-
winner there.
I am a winner.
How fun for you. Oh, by the way, I got your package. I finally got both of it, so I'm gonna open it for Monday. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So thank you for that, bud.
Yeah, you didn't open it yet.
I was gonna say maybe. Okay, OGP, what's up with you, dude? What are you doing?
So I just got back from Texas and I have like a shitload of videos. The first one dropped today where I got this shirt right here. This shirt from the gas station at from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 gas station. Bought this shirt. That video dropped this morning. I have videos from Dealey Plaza where JFK was shot, NASA, the Space Center down there, the Alamo, spoiler alert, there's no basement, and then a bunch of different places. So a lot of videos coming from Texas, but also my good friends over at Wild Eye just mailed me all 4 of these bad boys.
Oh my god!
So,
Are they your friends? Are they?
I owe them
right?
I owe them a review. So I'll be look at so hey, maybe I'll get bullet on for the review video of these. So but anyway, so I've got that coming up next week, as well as every Monday at 5 p.m. I'm live at 5 p.m. as opposed to N, not wherever PN is. But anyways, my video that I did this past Monday, if you go on that video and you type in They Crawl Beneath, you have a chance to win a copy of They Crawl Beneath. It does not come out until October. You cannot get this till October, but I have it in my hand. You can get it if you win next week, but you got a copy, or you got to comment on the video I did this past Monday. So there's a lot. I mean, I have more content than I am physically able to edit right now.
Give me
And
some.
unfortunately, I might be in Vegas this weekend doing some stuff for a comedy show. And I have a media night at Castle Park next week. I mean, there's like a lot going on. So I'm this close to going daily, But so, just for those of you that aren't subscribed on YouTube, just type in OGP and you'll find the channel.
Yeah, links for everybody's in the description as well.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Slipcovers, aka Bullet Blake, aka Chance.
I thought you were gonna do some more AKAs.
AKA the child hater,
Child
AKA
hater.
The baby food thief, AKA Toothy McTootherton.
Can we rename you the baby food thief?
Oh man,
Yes, Mr. Baby Food Thief.
I'm
AKA
Tone Bone.
the guy who cosplays at work at Twilight.
We got Tone Bone and we got the baby food thief.
yeah, Mr. Split Cover Bullet Baby Food Blake.
Ooh.
Bullet baby hater Blake. That
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't hate baby.
stack.
baby, piss me off.
He doesn't hate them, he loathes them.
True.
Okay, Blake, seriously, what is happening on your channel? And when?
I mean, I have reviews that I still have to film. I watched the movies. I just haven't had the time to film them outside of work and whatever else I'm doing. And I have an unboxings. Obviously, that's like the majority of my channel is just reviews and unboxings. And I have the new Visual Vengeance titles should be in my hand within the next couple days. So I'll have the next 2 of those as well.
What are those?
Slaughter Camp. And what's the other one? Oh,
I don't remember.
They look pretty good.
Blood of the Chupacabras. Blood of the Chupacabras in Slaughter Camp.
That's got to be good.
Or is it Slaughter Camp or Slaughter Day?
I sense that sarcasm.
Slaughter Day. Yeah.
Slaughter Day.
Slaughter
Yeah, I forgot
Day,
they
yeah.
sent me,
Slaughter
they
Day.
sent me these stickers.
The good
too,
folks, the good
Yeah, they
folks
sent me a
over at
bunch of
Wild Eye
stickers,
don't
too.
like me.
Yeah.
So.
No,
When they-
sorry, I was just gonna say I absolutely love all the goodies and shit, because you know me, I'm all about the goodies that come inside the movies, like the condom and the video card, the rental card. and then like all these stickers too are really badass.
Yeah.
So I didn't put their VV
You're not
down there.
supposed to use
We're
that.
not
condom
sponsored by
emoji.
Wild Eye, guys.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to.
I
Where'd you
hear it
guys
came.
order from?
I
That
hear
you
it
have those
came with
stickers?
holes in it.
No,
The release of
That's okay. I got
LA
snipped over
Jabber
20 years ago. I'm
actually
good.
didn't have the poster in it when I got it. I had to contact them and they had to send me a poster because it didn't have it in it.
How
Well,
big are
son
the
of a-
posters?
That's
that
the
come
only
in?
one I haven't opened yet.
They're-
Son of a
they're-
bitch.
They're like little square posters. They're like the
Are they like the
they're
arrow ones?
actually a little bigger than the MVD posters. But
Maybe
Oh,
like
okay.
11 by 14 or something. Maybe somewhere there, or maybe 8 by, I don't know, 8 somewhere between 8 by 10, 11 by 14.
You don't need that poster. So if it's not there, it's not going to kill you. But where do you get those stickers? Marcus was wondering. Is that just every release comes with that?
Yeah, they just include them. You get like these.
Oh yeah,
and
I got those.
They throw some stuff in your. Well, here's the thing. I don't
because
know.
it's oh
like,
yeah.
If there, I don't have a poster. God dang it! I'm gonna have to email them.
Oh my God, you need that so bad. Get it now.
Poster too?
I didn't get a poster either.
They actually
All I'm
luck
saying is,
today.
if they say it's supposed to come with a poster, it better fucking come with a poster,
I know.
man,
And
whether
you
you
know
want
what?
it or not.
And when I get my free shit in the mail, I expect it to be complete.
They announced on their Facebook page that that a lot of them got shipped out without the poster before they put the poster in it, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you can show them a receipt, they'll send you one.
Yeah. No, and I got these straight from Wild Eye because MVD is still being MVD. But no, they were such good people and so cool and everything. I'm not complaining about them. I have seen the trailer for LA AIDS Jabber, and I'm not expecting it to be good. But hey, the fact they sent me these, I told them I would do a review for them, so it's coming.
BC watched it. He didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending. Anybody else seen it?
No.
I haven't watched it yet.
I think it's coming in the mail now.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's bad news because if BC don't like it, there's no chance in hell I'm gonna like it.
The thing is, it wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It was okay, but then they ruined it with the ending.
Okay.
Yeah, the ending really ruined it.
All right.
Can't be worse than
I
the
wanted it to be
Necrophiles.
more offensive, because with a title like that, it's gonna be the opposite.
Wait, did you say you wanted it to be more offensive?
Yeah.
Did I hear that right?
Because it's the type of movie, LA AIDS Jabber. You're expecting him to go around like Freddy Krueger with the syringe hands.
Yeah.
You're going everywhere he goes at night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but this was a real thing. Back in the 90s, but it wasn't in LA. It was like in Tijuana. People were going around with AIDS and jabbing people in Tijuana. And so I wasn't supposed to, when I was a Marine, we weren't supposed to be going to Mexico anyways. But when I was in the Marine Corps, all my buddies that weren't from Southern California were like, take me to TJ. And so we went. And but then we heard about this jabbing with the AIDS. And we were like, no, that's it. We're done going down there. Don't need none of that.
What the fuck happened to this show?
It is off
the fucking train derailed and hit Mars.
We're talking about AIDS jabbing. It's perfectly normal.
I think we forgot we were live, right? We're not backstage.
We're getting together on average less than twice a month. I mean, we got a lot of catching up to do.
We should probably wrap this one up and maybe get together more than once a month.
Let's talk about more AIDS movies.
Oh yes, let's talk about AIDS some more.
Have we talked about Shudder's 101 scariest films list yet? No, we haven't. But it's.
I've got another 2 hours to kill. MC, let's.
let's jump on it. All right. Very good. I don't know what I'm planning for the channel. I was going to go whole hog now that I've reached the goal that I set for myself on the channel. However, now post-production has sort of reared its ugly head, and I have to insert myself into the production as much as possible because they're trying to do things behind my back, and it's just tricky. They want to let me in, but it's one of those things where it's hard because there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of different people, a lot of emails floating around. So it's tricky. We're trying to get the movie done in 10 days. There's no way we can do that because I just found out we don't even have VFX yet, and this movie relies on VFX. So there's no way we're gonna have everything done by then. So we may have to push the movie, but it is what it is.
Wow.
It's unfortunate, but they have a very strict deadline. But there's no way they can meet it because they have 3 other movies ahead of us. It is what it is.
Wow.
It's frustrating, but it is the filmmaking process, and I've grown to accept it. The channel is gonna grow. I said I want to expand this. I want to expand this audience. We're gonna have a lot more live shows. Oh, I didn't get a chance to make the poster for it, but I'll talk about it now. I love the live panel shows. I've been doing a lot more of those. Coming up, do I have it here? I don't know if I have it here. I don't have it set up yet, but coming up next Saturday, me and Tony and our wives are going to get together to discuss for another date night double dare. We're watching Twilight and Showgirls. So I think Showgirls, we sort of talked them into. I don't know about it was my wife's pick. I'm like, oh, okay, great. I guess I'll have to buy the Blu-ray.
The
just so we
BC are going to be bummed they have to watch Twilight.
Yeah. Well, they unfortunately they won't.
Yeah, super
hopefully Bullet will join us if his lady is interested in watching those films, or maybe if she isn't interested, it'd be even more funny.
Yeah, she'll be the one that doesn't want to watch Twilight.
I ran it past my wife, the idea of seeing if she wanted to be part of a series.
Oh, great.
And basically, politely was like, "Hey, go fuck yourself."
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So Yeah. So.
Wow. Okay.
That was perfect.
Does she know we're watching Showgirls though? I mean, that's a masterpiece of a movie.
Yeah. No. You know what? My wife is. She appreciates. She likes movies and art and stuff. Like we even went. God, what was it? One of the girls, the Girls Next Door. I'm going to get on a tangent here, but anyways, remember the show, The Girls Next Door, the 3 girls with Hugh Hefner? I think that's what it was called, right? Well, the one blondie, they were all blonde, right? But the one that had the show on the Vegas Strip, the burlesque show where all the girls are dance. That's how they dance. They dance like this. So, but no, anyways, she wanted to go see that because she liked, that one girl from the show. So. No, she's willing to do the stuff. She just wants no part of a camera in her face. Although she is the ghost in my movie that I sent you all the link to. That yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Is that Brittany? Was that Brittany? I think.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch it?
No. I mean the one that had that burlesque show.
Oh, I don't know, but I think it's funny because I think in the show I have no idea the name of the girl. Sorry, I was gonna go down a whole different tangent, and I'm not gonna do that.
Blonde lady who shows her boobs at some point.
It was a
who shows her titties.
Trip and yeah, so.
Showgirls is actually one of the very few DVDs I still own. Actually, I have the VIP edition DVD set. That's like this big box, and it's got like all this shit. And I love Showgirls.
What a pervert, dude! Jesus.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you? Come on, family-friendly show.
More child actors gone wrong.
Oh my God! Yeah. All right, so we're doing that.
Happy for that.
We're gonna do Double Dare next week. Then, motherfuck me. Is that next week? Jesus. Friday. Holy goddamn. I'm going to reach out to my panel again because Vinegar Syndrome is dropping Black Friday announcements. So we will be going live. Whoever wants to join, we'll be able to join and we'll be talking 3 titles. I don't know what they're announcing, but we're talking 3 titles and we can speculate whatever the hell the other ones are. I think that'll be fun. We always have a good time with those in preparation for Black Friday. Then at the end of the month, a couple of big things. I have a new panel starting up, and this one I'm very excited. I'm excited about all of them, but this one is going to be very cool. I call it All the Colors of the Dork, and it's only foreign horror movies. And I'm going to have, if you know your special features, if you know your commentators and your the people who know shit about genre cinema, I'm going to have Nathaniel Thompson, Troy Howarth on the panel. They will be anchors of the panel, by the way. They will be on the whole every episode. I'm going to have Scream Queen Tina Kraus on as our lady. You know, we need to have a lady. You know, Mel's our lady.
Speaking of Polonia brothers,
no,
you're more than that.
Fuck?
You're more.
I don't know how the hell you got here.
I don't either now.
But Tina will be on. Tina's amazing. And it's gonna be me and BC and Knight from Night Watch Zone. And then of course we'll bring on special guests here and there every once in a while. And then October 9th is the second installment of Full Moon Fright Club. We're doing Puppet Master 2. What was the other one, BC? Do you remember? I forgot the other one.
The vampire movie.
Subspecies. Yeah. And then
I own those and I've never watched them.
Oh man, you like those? Those are pretty good. Part 2 has some good boobies in it, so get ready. But that's not the only reason it's good. It's also a good movie. Okay, anyway, let's call it a day. Thank you, panel. You guys are amazing. I love you guys very much. BC, it's your episode. Why don't you sign off?
Okay, everybody, thanks for watching, and thanks for the comments. Everyone in the panel, thanks for suffering through these 2 movies.
Thank you.
And thank you, Marcus, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya over on OGP's channel for the season finale. Farewell.
Yeah. Y'all ready